Hello everyone, welcome back to Sengoku Dynasty. It is day two of our journey. It's a bit bright and sunny, which is fantastic. As you can also see, at the end of the last video I did some clearing up. All the burnt out buildings are now gone. Collected a load of sticks, load of stones, load of grass, and still a load here, but there's plenty of time to collect all those. Because I was carrying so much, and although I wanted to wait until this video to show how to build the first building, I felt that I had little choice but to kind of create your general storage. So let's just go in and have a look at general storage. And as you can see, you will never run out of room. The number of slots here is endless. You'll never run out of room. But also as well, whereas in my inventory I can only carry 50 sticks per slot, in the general storage it's 500. So again, whatever, it's going to be 10 times more. Same with stone. 25 in my slot, 250 in the general storage. So again, like I said, you're not going to run out anytime soon. You can also see I've collected some seashells from the shoreline. These are very beneficial for coinage. I've got just over 100, which is about 3,000 coins when we go to find traders in nearby villages. One of the first quests I had to do as well was build a house. So this is a small house. Bit of aesthetics here at the moment. We've got, say, gravel path and some wooden torches. It's just kind of makes it look nice. Well, this guy here, he's actually a refugee. We'll talk to him later. But he is, well, like me, he's homeless. You'll find out a bit about any of the refugees you'll see. They have their own little backstory. But once you kind of speak to them, you can then give them a home and also set them to work. Now inside my house, I've got a simple bed and a sunken hearth, which is where you do your cooking. As time goes on, you will add more furniture like seating, tables, lighting, even upgrade the beds that you've got. And in each house you can put 2 beds in. So at the moment I'm just going to leave 1, but you can put 2 beds in, so obviously people staying with you. Okay. So what we'll do with this video is we'll cover various items, including buildings, so what type of buildings exist and how to get them. We'll also go through things such as the refugee we just talked about, and also questing with regards to the next quest we need to kind of get into. And kind of look at other little administrational things that will appear as time goes on, but it's nice to know them now. So let's start with our building section. Now remember, you need to have your hammer. So you right click on the menu once you've got your hammer, and you will have your different areas to go into. Demolish kind of speaks for itself, and we've sort of covered that beforehand. Decorations, again, they're more aesthetic to go in the home and stuff like that. Furniture, so this is kind of like helping towards the workstations that you create. So when we do, say for example, we do a woodcutter, you can add a workstation, but again we'll cover that when we get to it. You've got the basic structures, so like your campfires and your tents. So again, this is what we covered before, some containers, and special project construction, which will come apparent in one of the quests that come out later on. Your village structures, so things like general lighting, gates, fences, bell towers you've already built, but you'll need future ones when you move to other villages or create other villages. Farming, so that's when you're doing your farm fields, and whether it's on land or on water, because you can do both. So land deals with your seeds, water is things like your rice paddies and stuff like that. And again, they're not available at the moment until we get to level 4. And then finally we go back to the main buildings menu, and we have 4 areas. You've got your housing, so we've got the small house we've just built. You can then upgrade when you get to level 9 to a standard house and a large house at level 12. Now, even on my other game that I've been playing for 5 seasons, I'd only got as far as the standard houses as far as I got. Storage buildings, so you've got general storage, food storage, wood, beverage, armory and ice, and again each one has a level you need to reach before you can get to it. So Ideally, we want to get to level 3 to get the food storage up and running. That'll be one of the first ports of call now to go through. So the first 2 production buildings are available. There's the forager's hut and the workshop. And then we'll move on to the woodcutter, kitchen, and so on as we move around when we get to the relevant levels. And then service buildings, which is like a guard tower and a tavern. Now again, I haven't got to this yet, so when we do get to this, we'll be doing it together, and we'll know where we stand on that. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we can look to build first of all. And we will go into a forager's hut. And there's no reason why we can't place it here next to the general storage. There we go. There we go. So we're going to quickly construct that. With most buildings, you will see that you can put in multiple entrances up to a maximum limit. So it says here that you can put in 5 entrances. I personally get away with just 1 to begin with. You can always amend it if you need to. So just do that one, and then you just change the type. So you press F, change it to a, say, one with a window. And then the next one, say we just change that to a wall. And do the same on the others as well. So we'll just go around the building and just do exactly the same again. Just making sure that we do that. Okay, again we'll just change type to a wall. It's saying that we need to have it. Okay, well, that's fine. That's okay. So we'll just do that. Ramp access there. Do we need to do the same with this one? No. So again, so it looks like we need to have at least 3 entrances on here. That's fine. Hit the roof, and then inside you've got your food storage access, which it says we don't have access to yet. That's fine. We haven't got there yet. Wood storage, same again. General storage, sleeping bed, and a forager's workplace. Now, this is one of the things that differs from some of the other Dynasty games, in a sense that you don't need a house for every person. In this game, they can live at where they work. So with that refugee we've just seen, or with Akko, that will become one of our villagers, we can put them in here. And they will, this is, I mean, again, as time goes on, I would look to upgrade the bed itself, but for the time being, they can work and live and stay in the same building. This is where you can access your storage. So again, this is a good thing with this game, is that you can access storage in certain buildings regardless of where you are. We haven't got the wood storage or the food storage yet, and that will come in due course now. We want to move it across away from the door if we can. Just there we go, let's put it there so it's easier to get in and out. And that is our forager's hut. Now actually what we will do is, because we do have this guy wandering around, let's put him in there. So we could chat to him. So what brought you here? Hunger, terrible hunger. And they all talk about his story. And then you always get 2 options. You can always say to them, I hope you find better fortune sooner or later, which is another way of saying don't bother staying, or why don't you come and live with us? And we would say we need new settlers in Natal. And then you get an objective to give this person a home, or find this person a home. So again, much along the timelines of Medieval Dynasty, if you have been playing that, you can go into the management screen, go into Dynasty, you go into your village, your population, and this is the guy that's wandering around, so you click on him, you assign him a home, and it tells you what's available. So in this case, we're going to assign him the forager's hut, sleeping mat empty, and then we'll click on him again because he's unemployed, assign a job at the forager's hut, and then you open up slots. So you've got 4 slots available, and we are looking for some food, which we're going to go there. So we'll put some eggs. We're also looking for some stone. Got plenty of sticks at the moment, so we don't need any sticks. Probably some iron ore. And one other thing we can look at the moment, maybe, let's go with some gobo. There we go. And what I tend to then do is just click on the max button twice, and then you'll get the max out of that person. So basically, this is per day. Per day they will generate 25 eggs. They'll collect 7 stone, 18 gobo, and 3 iron ore. And these will then go into specific storage areas. So we'll just come out of there. And we'll just check the Dynasty Legends. As we are at level 3, which is good. So that does mean that we should be able to build a food storage unit. So let's have a look at that. So we come to the buildings again. Storage. Food storage is available. Put it right next door to the food hut. Build it. Access. If you open up the access, it's got nothing in it at the moment, so you can move stuff across. So we're going to move the gobo. We're going to move across probably about 20 of them. That goes in there. I'm also going to go back and have a quick look in the general storage. And in the box, against each item here, tells you where items ideally should be stored. We don't have wood storage yet, which is why it's in the general storage. So I'm going to go across. That's all general storage. That's wood storage. That's also wood storage and general storage. So there's nothing else that needs to go into the food storage unit at the moment. So we can come out of there. So the ideal situation will be is for every item he collects on the 4 recipe tabs that we've given him, will go into the relevant. So anything to do with food will go into the food storage unit. Anything else will go into the general storage unit for now. Okay, so that gives us a bit of a overview on buildings for now. We will be revisiting on a regular basis. Okay, so just want to have a quick look in the tabs again. So just want to view the dynasty, and at the bottom here you'll see there's a tab regarding meals. And that's obviously, once you get a villager or villagers in, this is what their requirements will be. So in this one, for meals for example, we can see that with one villager they require 15 items or 15 points of food per day. We're producing 86 points of food because of what he's collecting, so with the eggs and the gobo, and we've already got 140, so we've got plenty of food for this guy at the moment. Other tabs will appear as your levels increase, so the next one to appear will be probably either food or either beverages or heating. Beverages is your water mainly, so that's building a well, or just gathering any liquids that you do find en route. Also your heating is to do with firewood, so again building up the firewood helps with the mood of the village as well. The 3 other items are health, which is medicines, so making sure you have plenty of medicine in place. Maintenance, so again things will start to deteriorate naturally, so the village says, well, we need so much maintenance, so that's things like firewood, clay, and so on. And the final thing will be spiritual, which is way down the line, I understand. I haven't got that far yet, but that's to do with shrines and all of that. So once we've covered that, let's go over to see this guy and start doing a bit more questing work. Now, forgive the lagging. I think this is partly to do with the weather. When it's raining on screen, you do find that the game does lag a little bit. Hopefully it's not too bad in the video. But also, if you've got a lot of buildings and a lot of people milling around, it will do all of that and more. It will sort of lag at times, especially when you try and run. But it doesn't hurt the game too much. Okay, so we've got a question. So is this Peasant Kingdom? And he said, oh, are they really calling us that? So we just skip through that. And then one of the ruins. And he says, ruins, you say this used to be my home. And then they'll tell you a story about a rebellion. And you can ask how many other villages there are. So there's a village called Segi, which is a forester's village. As he says, it provides wood for the whole valley. So it's a good place to go if you want to learn more about woodworking and hunting, he says. You've got a farming community and a mining community. So all these are areas that you will visit in due course. And again, he then says nothing happens in the valley without the consent of the Jorinjai temple. If you want to develop your village, you have to talk to them. And finally, there's Enduro. It can be dangerous, so it's like a banded area. And one more conversation. Built the house. So great already, that's impressive, congratulations. Maybe expand, build a foraging or woodcutting hut. And then just a couple of answers. And then he says the first person we need to help is Akko. And then there are 3 people we need to talk to. So one's to do with the warrior. The priestess. And the impure. So again, you'll read all this when you go through, if you want to. And if we go into our quests, you can see now we've got quite a bit coming up on the side quests here. So the main open the gates is just a general quest just to get yourself to a certain level, which is level 7. And then you'll have Road to Renewal, so help locals in Sosogi, which you see the quest tab. So these are the 3 individual ones that we're going to be looking at. And ask Akko to join your village. And then talk to the 3 individuals when we go along. Okay, so what we'll do is have a look at what legendary at the moment. We're only legend 3, so I'm not going to build another building just yet because I'm not at level 4. So what we'll do is we'll do one of the quests and we'll go and see. Let's go and see this lady here, Chaomi, I think it is. So let's track the quest again. And if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see there's a yellow marker by bringing it around to line. There we go. And she's apparently 122 meters away. So let's go and have a look. You can see a little bit of lag in there when I was running. So if it does that, just stop for a second, just walk for a minute, and then it'll come back. I think what will happen in the main game, once the main game is ready, which is probably not going to be until the latter end of this year, then you'll see a lot of this kind of hopefully be sorted out. But anyway, let's go and see her. She's also a trader as well, which is very useful, but let's talk to her first. So then she tells you all about herself, and then you tell her about you. And it says find an egg and cook it over a campfire. Time's a test, so this will do for now. It says find a crow's egg. I mean, I've got crow's eggs already in my inventory, but it looks like I can't use them. So let's talk to her again. No, so let's just go back and see if we can go and find one. They're all around here, everywhere, to be honest. I know she said there's one on top of the rock somewhere, but let's have a little look and see what we can find. Usually dotted around here somewhere. And well, that's a stone. I thought, hell on then. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a crow's egg, and once I've found one, I will then come back to you shortly. Okay, welcome back. It's the new morning. So yeah, it was quite close to dark by the time we'd actually gone to start this quest. So I thought we'd come back to the room and then realised I hadn't actually allocated my own home, which I have done now. Anyway, I found an egg, and we're going to cook up one of the eggs. So we'll just craft one. Actually, we'll craft two. There we go. And then it basically then asks us to offer the cooked egg to Inari. So we now need to go and find Inari's, which is a shrine, and it's quite a way away. So we're just going to wander over here. Okay, so here we are. We're at the shrine. So we're going to open the shrine up. Shrine is open. And you get a bit of animation. And then we can so we have to then offer the egg. And it says that we completed it and we've received a blessing. So we've got a blessing now. So we're going to head on back over to find. Oh no, we're not. We're going to head back this way. There's a wolf there. Let's head this way. The offering's been made. And then you received some more XP legend. And that's that one done. So we're going to check our legend rating. Not quite at 4, nearly there. Okay. So what we'll probably do is we head back over here. And we're going to see if we can find an Akko. But what I will do in the meantime is build another house. Oh, who's this here? That's wandering around in my house. Ah, right. Okay, this is one of the other ones. So it looks like Matsumaru is looking after someone, although the fact that the person they're looking after is at death's door. Okay, so we're going to talk to talk to Mata, who I think is the lady that's over here. Yeah, there she is. I'll have a chat to her because apparently she does a lot of health. Okay, so we need to find 3 charcoal. Now, luckily, because I demolished the building at the end of after the last video, I've got a load of charcoal in my resource shed. So I'm going to rattle on over here, go straight into here, dig out some charcoal. So I'm going to take, we'll take about 5, there we go, take about 8. We only need 3, but it's no harm in carrying any more than we need to. You never know when we might need it again. And then we're going to head back over here and talk to her again. Charcoal. And it says give this antidote to the sick man. So I'm going to run all over now, back over here and give it to the old guys in the building. Not the guy that came and saw me in my house, but the other guy. Of course, he's not very happy. Then we'll talk to this guy. And it looks like we've unlocked the woodcutter's hut, which means we are at level 4. And that's good news, because then basically what we can now do is to build the wood storage and the woodcutter's hut at the same time. So let's put woodcutter's hut here. Well, I might have the right menu open. So again, we're going to production buildings, woodcutter's hut, like that, and we'll build away on that. Stick a window in, there you go. And then we've got direct wood access, general storage access. Oh, move that aside. There we go. And this one doesn't have a bed in it, so it's not one of those ones you sleep in work, which is fair enough. But what it does have, this is one of those ones where you can actually build an extra station. So if we go into the building again, and we go into furniture, and we go into production buildings furniture, and we go into the woodcutter's hut, we can add an extra carpentry station. So it does mean there that we can put 2 people to work in this building if we need to. It doesn't mean that what we do need to also build now is a wood storage unit, which I'm going to put right next door. We don't have the wood storage until level 5. Never mind, not to worry. So in that case, then we're going to build a house. Another small house, and we're going to put it over here. And where the other house is. As far back in the forest as we can, there we go. Again, we'll just click some. Go around the building. I put a window in the back wall actually as well, so I'll put a window in here. Roof on top, bed on the floor, and we will put a second bed in here. Yeah, we'll put a second bed in here for now. So this is again furniture, bed, and we'll put that over there. So now we're able to put 2 people in here now. And now we want to go and find Akko, so we'll need to change the quests to find out where she is. Track quest. She should be sleeping by the campfire over here. There she is. And once again, it's asking us to select a home for her, which we're going to do. So again, we go into population, click on Akko, assign a home, put in the new house, and give her a job to do. In this case, it will be the woodworker. There are 4 different types of log, so we're going to do all 4 for now. And the only thing we do need is we need to make some axes up. So let's make them up as well while we're at it. And we need lots of stone and lots of sticks. So we're going to go back to the resource storage shed, and I'm going to make up probably about a dozen or so. I'll put them in the resource shed. And because they're in the resource shed, they'll be collected from there whenever anyone needs them. So let's take out all of them and take out all of them just for now. Make up them as many as I can. Let you know. Let's make 15. And like with other games, once you get to iron and steel, then you will be able to make better tools and they'll last a lot longer. Unfortunately, it shows I've got no more room left in my storage unit, but that's not a problem because we're just going to move every single one across. And the items that you weren't able to, when it tells you the items are not able to be collected, they stay on the floor. So you come back, there they are. Keep picking them up. Yeah, all 7, put them in there. I got one for myself already, so I'm going to keep one back for me because I need to chop them trees down. And as you can see here again, they're going into slots here of 10. So it's 10 times your slot. Put our sticks back in. No longer need them. We put the stones also back in. Keep some stones out just in case you need them. And if you go into the Dynasty tab now, we have got 2 villagers, or this is one's got no tools, but they will be able to get them shortly. And it says no worker, but that's because we've created the carpentry station, but we don't have another villager yet. So as time goes on, we can do that. Okay, so on the quest, we've got one more guy to visit who's about 500 meters away, so we'll do that on the next video. Also on the next video we'll have a look and see what structures we will be able to build. So we should be looking at doing a workshop at some point. But again, we need to have a craftsman in place to do that. Now that person will be able to help with the tools, but at the moment I'm just making them myself, so it's not a problem. The next port of call will also be the kitchen. So this will run alongside the forager's hut, in the sense of the fact that whatever is being foraged can then be put into the kitchen to make meals, and that will help us with our meals when we get another villager in. And hopefully next time the hunter's hut, so again generating enough meat and fur, etc., so that we can then kind of feed the village and keep that ticking over quite nicely. It's good the fact that they're not all available at once, because you can then plan what you want to do as you go around and eventually get them all done. Okay, so we're going to bring the video to a close. So thank you indeed again for watching. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you do, please press like and subscribe. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.